Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSA department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on software engineering, and today we will cover the topic of software requirement analysis, in which we will cover our two techniques, that is FAST and QFD. So these two techniques are used in software requirement analysis and they are the related to our syllabus. So in this we will cover FAST and QFD, which is the part of our requirement analysis. So student, analysis concept and principle. Here you can see the picture of the bridge, which is related to their system description, which is correlated with their analysis model and design model. Or you can say analysis model is a subset of system description and design model. So some principles of analysis are: when the large number of analysis modeling methods have to be developed, so all methods are related by a set of operational principles. So these principles are: number one, information domain, which is related to the problem that must be represented and understood. Second is the function that the software is to perform and must be defined. Now third is the behavior. In the behavior, the software acts as a sequence of external events that must be represented. And now the next is the models. Models means the function and behavior that must be participate in a manner that uncovers detailed in a layered or a hierarchical fashion. And the last is the implementation. So in analysis process, we should move from essential information towards the implementation details. So some other principles related to the requirement engineering, which is helpful for our requirement analysis. First is understand the problem before you begin the analysis model. Second, develop prototype that enables a user to understand how human or machine interaction will occur. Third, record the origin and the resources of every requirement. 4. Use multiple views of requirement related to their building data, functional and behavior model, which provides different views of your analysis. Fifth is the rank requirement, and sixth is the eliminate the ambiguities which will occur during the requirement analysis. So these are the principles related to our analysis. Now basic concepts related to their analysis and their principles. So requirement engineering is a systematic use of proven principles, techniques, languages, and tools for the cost effective analysis, documentation, and ongoing evolution of users that meets the external behavior of a system to satisfy the user is needed or not. In requirement engineering, some activity results that will be overcome is the specification of software operational characteristics which includes functional data and behavior. It also indicates software interface with other system elements and also establish constraints that the software must meet. So in requirement analysis, the task is to be done to understand the specific requirements that must be achieved to build high quality software. It is also performed a task which is called related to the system analyst, means one who perform this task is called to be the system analyst. If analysis is not done properly, then it may result that the software which is a solution of a wrong problem. So it may lead to waste of money and time. Some personal frustration and unhappy customer are also the part of our, or we can say, is the is the basically analysis which is not done properly. So in requirement analysis, it is a software engineering task that bridge the gap between system level requirement engineering and software design. So some requirement analysis which are further divided into 5 areas. So software requirement analysis affects problem recognition, modeling, specification, evaluation and synthesis, and last is the review. So these are the 5 areas which is affected, or we can say which efforts to be done on the software requirement analysis. So first is the problem recognition. In this, the system analysis studies the system specification and software project plan, and the communication must be established for analysis so that problem recognition is ensured. So the main goal is to recognize of the basic problem, or you can say recognize the basic problem elements as perceived by the customer and the user. Second is the problem evaluation and elevation and solution synthesis. So in this evaluation, the analyst must define all external observations, data objects. They evaluate the flow and contents of information. Also define and elaborate all software functions. They establish system and their interface characteristics. Also understand the software behavior in context of events that affect the system. And last is they uncover additional design constraints also. So some software requirement analysis which include other effects like modeling. So in this, it creates models of the system in an effort to better understand data and control flow, functional processing, operational behavior and information contents. Next is the specification. In this, the modeling serves as the foundation of a specification, and last is the review, which is based on the specification, which is done by both analysts and the customers. So here is the next topic related to our subject, the requirement elicitation for software. Before this slide, we have covered the requirement analysis, some factors that affects the requirement analysis, what will be the steps to follow the requirement analysis, and what exactly is requirement analysis. So now come to the topic of requirement elicitation for software. Before the requirement can be analyzed, models and specified, so it must be gathered through an elicitation process. So a customer have a problem that is amenable to a computer based solution, and the developer will respond to the customer request for help. So the communication between customer and developer will be begin. So in this, we will start with initiation the process. In initiation the process, it is mostly used for requirement elicitation technique is a meeting or interview to be conducted. In first meeting, it may lead to be clear ideas, so they should continue to communicate with each other. Also, it should ask some context free questions that will be helpful for basic understanding of the problem, and what exactly people who want a solution, what will be the nature of the solution that desired and effective of the encounter itself. So in the first step of question, focus on the customer, that overall goals and the benefits. So what will be the question rise, or which will focus on the customer and they affect both goals and benefit. First is who is behind the request of this work, who will use the solution, what will be the economic benefits of a successful solution, is there another source for the solution, that you need. So they question arise which focus on the customer and overall goals and benefits. So the next set of questions that enable analysts to gain better understanding of a problem and the customer to his her prescriptions about a solution. So the question which will be rise in the analyst which they better understand the problem. So what are these questions? Firstly, I have explained how could you characterize good output that would be generated by a successful solution. Next, what problem will the solution address? Next, can you show me the environment in which the solution will be used? Next, will special performance issued or constraint affect the way the solution is approached? So these are the questions which enable the analyst for their better understanding of the problem. Now final set of questions that focus on the effectiveness of the meeting. These questions are you the right person to answer these questions? Are you answer officially? Are my question relevant to the problem that you may have? Am I asked too many questions? Can anyone else provide additional information? Should I be asking you anything else? So these are the final focus of the meeting, or we can say requirement analysis for software. So these questions will help to initiate the communication that is essential to successful analysis. These questions and answer meeting is not always successful, so it is useful for first encounter only, but it may be replaced by a meeting format that combine elements of problem solving and negotiation and some specification. So the point is we can evaluate our question according to the requirement of the user. Now first is the FAST means facilitate application specification technique. So using questions and answers the meeting to identify and refine requirement, there may be misunderstanding, omissions of information, and a successful working relationship is never established. So a team oriented approach is used to requirement gathering that is applied during early stage of analysis and specification. So FAST is a technique used for accomplish a team oriented approach. So FAST is basically used for team oriented approach. So it is an approach that encourage the creation of a joint team of customer and developers who works together to identify the problem. Next, propose elements to the solution. Next, negotiate different approaches and also specify preliminary set of solution requirements. So these are the approaches which encourage the technique of FAST, that is facilitating application specification technique. So many different approaches has been proposed, but basic guidelines to be followed by FAST is a meeting is conducted at a neutral site and attended by both the software engineer and customers. So second, rule for preparation and participation are established. Next, an agenda is suggested that are formal enough to cover all important points but informal enough to encourage the free flow of ideas. Next, a facilitator that can be a customer, developer, or an outsider is chosen. So, a definition mechanisms which is related to be a worksheet, flip charts, wall stickers, electronic bulletin boards, chat room, virtual form is used. So these are the guidelines which is followed by the technique FAST. So here are the some goals which identify the FAST is first goal is identify the problem. Second, propose elements of the solution. Third, negotiate different approaches. And last is it specify a preliminary set of solution requirement in an atmosphere which is conducive to accomplish of the goal. So these are the goal which can be identified during the FAST technique, that is facilitation application soft specification technique. So next slide, sequence of element in FAST include. Some FAST technique includes some sequence of events. So what are these? First, initial meeting between developer and customer must be occur. There's some questions and answer that is established to fulfill the scope, or we can say to complete the problem, and there are all prescriptions of a solution. Out of these initial meeting, the developer and the customer write 1 or 2 page, that is production request. So a meeting takes place, time and date of FAST are selected, and facilitator is chosen. Attendance for both developer and customer, or you can say user organization, are invited to attend, means attendance is compulsory. So the product request is distributed to all attendees before the meeting date. So here are the some other requests which is based on the, or we can say some other reviews which is based on the FAST. So let us learn more about FAST technique. So while receiving the request before the meeting, each FAST attendee is asked to make a list of questions, and what will be the questions and what will be the scenarios in the before the meeting, which whether it is related to the customer, user or the developer. So first will be the objects that are a part of environment that surrounds the system. Other objects that are produced by the system, and the objects that are used by the system to perform its functions. Now next is the, in addition, each attendee is asked to make another list of services, or we can say processes or functions that manipulate or interact with the objects. Finally, a list of constraints related to their course size or business rules, and performance criteria related to their speed or accuracies are also developed. So some example related to the product, that is safe house, or we can say safe home. So to avoid and protect undesired situations such as illegal entry, fire, flooding. So here is the example of related to our FAST technique. So in this, a team may contain representation from marketing, software and hardware engineers and manufacturers, and some outsider facilities to be used during the object, which include smoke detector, an alarm, an event, a control panel, window and door sensors, a display, telephone number and telephone call, or many other objects related to their FAST. So here is a list of services which include setting the alarm, monitoring the sensors, dialing the phone, programming the control panel, reading the display. List of constraints which include must be user friendly, must interface directly to a standard phone line, cost of manufacturing should be less than $80. Some performance criteria which includes their sensor events that should be recognized within a second, and event priority schemes should be implemented. So as the FAST meeting begins, the first topic of discuss is need and justify for new product. Everyone should agree that the product is justified. Next, once the agreement has been established, each participant present his her list for discussion. It is pinned on the wall of the room using large sheet of paper or written on a wall board, poster on an electronic bulletin board for review prior to the team. So each list should be capable of being manipulating separately so that the list can be combined, entries can be deleted and addition can be made. So at this stage critique and debate are strictly prohibited. So these are the pre-request preparation before the meeting related to our fast. So after individual list of presented in one topic area, a combined list is created by the group, and the combined group eliminate redundant entries, add any new idea that come up during discussion but does not delete anything. So means they can add on but they can't delete. After combined list of all topic areas have been created, discussed, coordinated by the facilitator and shows. So the combined list is shortened, lengthened or reworked to properly reflect the product system to be developed. The objective is to develop a consequences list in each topic area. The lists are set aside for later actions. Once the consequences list has been completed, the team divided into smaller sub-teams and each work of development minimum specification for one or more entries on each of the list. So here are the example we have already started in our previous slide. So let's revise once again. Here are the some scenarios which are related to our safe home project. So let's take an example for a safe home project which is based on the technique of FAST. So minimum specification for control panel will be mounted on wall, size itna, some standards, key special keys or keypads, LCD required, customer interaction through key, connect to all sensors. So each sub-team present each of minimum species of fast attendees for discussion. Addition, deletion and further elaboration are made. So this example is based on the fast technique. After the minimum spaces are completed, fast attendee make a list of their criteria that is related to the product system and present in his her team. So if the list is validation criteria is then created. Finally, one more participation is assigned to task of writing the complete draft specification using all inputs from the fast meeting. So next is, so it is the example we can say safe home project which follow all the rules regulations related to their fast technique. Now next is the QFD, that is quality function development. In this, it is a quality management technique that translates the needs of the customer into technical requirement for software. It concentrates on maximizing customer satisfaction from the software engineer process. It emphasizes an understanding of what is valuable to the customer and then display the values throughout the engineering process. So it identifies three types of requirements. First is normal requirement, which contain the objective and goals which stated for a product or a system during meeting of the customer, and also requirement which are present and which satisfy the customer. Some normal examples that may be request type of graphical display, specific system functions and some defined level of performance. Next is the expected requirement. In this, the product or a system may be fundamental that the customer does not explicitly state them. So their absence will be a cause of significant dissatisfaction. Here are the some examples like human machine interaction overall operational correctness, reliability and ease of software installation all are related to our expected requirement, all are related to the examples of our expected requirement. And the last is the exciting requirement. These features go beyond the customer expectation and prove to be a very satisfying when present. Example, word processing software is a request with standard feature. So, the delivery product contain a number of page layout capabilities that are quite pleasing and unexpected. So, some spans that entire engineering process, or we can say some meetings with the help of QFD. So customer can prepare some scenarios which is based on our QFD. What are these scenarios? Functional deployment, which is used to determine the functional that is required for the system. Information deployment, which identify both data objects and their events related to their system, which must be customer or a which must be consumer and producer. Task deployment means they examine the behavior of a system or a product which affect its environment. Value analysis means conducting to determine the relative priority of requirements. They also determine each of them, which is the part of our deployment. So in QFD, the customer interview and observation, survey and examination of history data, or which is based on the raw data for requirement gathering activity. These data are translated into a table of requirement called customer voice table that is viewed by the consumer. So variety of diagrams, matrices, evaluation of methods are used to extract expected requirement and to attempt their exciting requirements. So our next topic is the data dictionary. You all are aware about the data and you all are aware about the dictionary. Data is the raw facts and figures, and dictionary where we store our data. So let's start the topic of data dictionary. Now what is data dictionary? It is an integral part of a database is known as data dictionary, which holds information about the database and the data that it stores. So data dictionary is a virtual database which contains metadata, that is data about data. So what is metadata? Metadata is defined as a data providing information about one or more aspects of the data, such as time and date of creation, authorization of data, what are the attribute size related to our data, and what are the purposes of the data. So these are the aspects which is based on the metadata. So some data dictionary provides information about database which includes their table, index, column, relationship to their variables, what are the constraints to be used, what are the variable formats, what are the packages, and what are more related to their data types. So one big importance related to our data dictionary are it avoid duplication, make maintenance, to allocate the error in the system, and many more related to our data dictionary. So why data dictionary? These are the steps to mention why data dictionary. Easy, catalog, authorization, report, searchable. So first you can say searchable means easy to search data in use database. Report, provide quick report on the data and hence making the data management easy. Authorization, record what data belongs to whom. They provide the authority to access the data. Catalog, a central catalog for metadata. Easy means database administrator can easily able to track any data related, or we can say inside the database. So due to these reasons we need data dictionary. Here is the structure related to the data dictionary. You can see for relationship system all have some form of integrated data dictionary, we can say Oracle, which is the related to their, or we can say it can be integrated with the database or stand alone, or they are related to their Oracle, which is the relational system to have some form of integration integrated data dictionary that is automatically reflect the changes in the database. So it is just a review, or we can say basic structure related to our data dictionary. So here are the disadvantages of our data dictionary. So first we can say it is a very big task, so it will take years to create one. It also needs require management for commitment, which is not easy to achieve. So in this the cost of data will be fit high as it includes its initial builds. So some hardware charges also affect the cost of maintenance. In data dictionary the main disadvantages is it needs very careful for planning, define the exact requirement, designing which is related to their contents, some testing, implementation and evaluation are all are needs very careful, so it is just a little bit difficult to planning the all things. So these are the disadvantages related to the data dictionary. View information in data dictionary. So although we are not allowed to modify the dictionary yourself, so you can describe and select from data dictionary table. For example, if you see information about all the table, then you have a privilege to use describe all table. If DPA give you, that is database administrator, give you a privilege to view all the information related to the table, then you will write this command describe all table. So after writing this command, what will be the output show? They will show that many columns of data are held about each other. So it also describe only what you see, the name and owner, so you will enter. Now second example is if you want to see name and owner, so what command you will write? Select table name owner from all type, means here table name it will select, and if you want name and owner you will write owner from all table. जितनी भी table होंगी उसमें से it will select table name and the owner and give you a list. So students, let's come to the conclusion. The idea of data dictionary is automated, interactive, online and evolutionary. So it should be tied into a number of system programs that when item is updated or deleted from the data dictionary, it is automatically updated and deleted from the database. So it may also be used to create screens, reports and form. So students, it was all over about the fast QFD requirement analysis and data dictionary. They are related to the unit 2 of BCA 4th SAM in software engineering. So thank you students, thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you students.